They called it the House of Power, a fortress of image, money, and silence. But inside a locked federal courtroom this week, the house didn't just shake. It started collapsing. Because when a billionaire's top lawyer walks out mid-trial and the defendant faints in his chair, you know the truth just broke through the surface. But what did the courtroom actually see? What was so shocking that it sent an entire legal defense into meltdown mode? Let's break it down. And stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand why people are saying this isn't just the fall of a mogul, it's the first domino in something much bigger. We're talking about Sean Diddy Combs, music icon, entrepreneur, and for years, untouchable. But now, the mask is off, the control is gone. And what was once hidden is being exposed piece by piece. It started with sealed files. For weeks, Diddy's legal team fought hard to keep certain evidence away from the courtroom. Judges, motions, delays, anything to buy time. But time ran out. The prosecution brought the receipts, metadata, chain of custody logs, secured messages, and then came the bomb, an encrypted video file recovered from a seized hard drive. What was on that footage hasn't been released to the public yet, but inside that courtroom, people saw enough. One source said the footage revealed a controlled, non-consensual environment involving high-profile people in protected locations. Another said Diddy went pale. His posture stiffened, and then his co-counsel stood up, shut his folder, and walked out. No explanation, just gone. And moments later, in full view of the court, Diddy lost consciousness and slumped back in his chair. Let that sink in. In a federal courtroom packed with press, lawyers, and law enforcement, the defense's foundation crumbled before their eyes. But this wasn't drama. This was fallout. Behind closed doors, word leaked fast. Diddy's lawyer was considering stepping down, not because the evidence was too intense, but because his own client had kept secrets from him. According to insiders, the footage and supporting evidence wasn't disclosed to the defense team in full. That means Diddy may have withheld what his lawyers needed to build a defense. That's not just bad strategy. That's betrayal. And it gets worse. This video was just part of a digital trail. The feds brought more travel logs, payment receipts, deleted texts, recovered surveillance footage from inside Diddy's own properties. Suddenly, older lawsuits like the one from Cassie didn't seem so distant. Events previously brushed off as celebrity drama now had forensic backing. Names, locations, timestamps all aligning. It wasn't just about what happened. It was about how it kept happening and who helped keep it hidden. One sealed document referenced a guest list, a list celebrities' VIP handlers' personal security. Many were reportedly told not to bring phones. Others were made to sign strict NDAs. Some were even allegedly briefed about what to expect before stepping inside. We're not talking chaos, we're talking system. A system built to isolate, silence, and protect those involved. And now that system is breaking apart. The FBI isn't just focusing on Diddy anymore. They're interviewing event planners, security staff, drivers, private contractors. One phrase keeps showing up in redacted filing: structured concealment. What does that mean? It means this might not be about one man's crimes, but about an organized operation designed to shield him and others from scrutiny. That's when the word RICO moved from theory to reality. In just hours after that courtroom collapsed, the fallout was immediate. Sponsors didn't wait for a verdict, they pulled out fast. Fashion campaigns were frozen. Social media content was wiped. Major companies went quiet. One luxury brand removed Diddy's name from their website and replaced it with a blank image. A streaming platform paused his documentaries without even announcing it. Music awards started re-editing archive footage. Not because the public demanded it, but because they knew where this was heading. And it wasn't just brands. Behind the scenes, media networks began pulling interviews. Podcast appearances were quietly canceled. One insider told us, "We're halting all legacy tie-ins until we see who else's name." This is no longer about Diddy's reputation. It's about liability, and everyone's scrambling to distance themselves. And let's talk about that lawyer again, Agnifilo. He's not new to courtroom pressure. He's defended racketeering cases, global conspiracies, and international white-collar crime. But this time he walked. Why? Because he saw the footage. He reviewed the evidence. And he realized there were gaps in Diddy's story, gaps he wasn't willing to fill. Legal experts say this kind of walkout only happens when a lawyer feels staying could cost them their reputation or even their license. And here's where things spiral. More witnesses are stepping forward. More names are surfacing in sealed filings. And the question everyone's asking now isn't, can Diddy survive this? It's who's next? Because this story, it's expanding. What started as one man on trial is becoming a blueprint for how power was protected and how it's now being peeled away piece by piece. Former collaborators are issuing vague statements. Music platforms are deleting collaborations. Even podcasts that once hyped his legacy are going silent. And when silence spreads before a verdict, it means one thing: people are bracing for impact. So here's what we know. The courtroom saw footage we haven't. A top lawyer walked out without saying a word. A music empire built on silence is now surrounded by federal agents. And sealed evidence is still waiting to be revealed. We're watching the fall of something bigger than a brand. The story doesn't end with a courtroom feint. It begins with it, because as the timeline gets unsealed, the names that follow, could shake the industry. And that leaves just one question: who's next?